hi, this is another Coffee with Kim, and I'm here with Davida Lister, and we're so excited to have you here.
Thank you for having me, Kim. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So how are you doing?
I am doing really well, actually. I've been keeping healthy, keeping in the house, doing really well.
That's cool. I've been watching you on Instagram, and you are literally pumping out the work.
Thank you. I try to do my best and work as much as I can because it keeps me busy, and I feel like keeping busy nowadays is what gets us through,
Totally, totally. So, and then I also noticed on your Instagram, I was really drawn to the butterfly bracelet that you did. And so then I saw today, I think, that you had like 3 of them going. Is that true?
Okay, so they weren't, I did have 3 butterflies, but I didn't have 3 butterfly bracelets. I had them in rings, and I feel so bad because I should have kept at least maybe 1 or 2 of them from shipping off, but I sold all of them, and I was like, oh, I should have at least saved 1 or 2 of them to show Kim. But
Yeah,
yes,
those
yeah.
are spectacular. So they were rings. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
guess the scale a little bit smaller than the bracelet?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yes. So I scaled it down, 2 of them actually. I scaled one down to medium size and then also another down to a small size. But usually like the bigger size is around 2 inches by 2 1/4 inch. So that one's a pretty massive ring if I had to make it a ring, but I popped that one onto a bracelet instead. So it looks and it pops.
That's cool. The other pieces that I'm intrigued with, because I actually went onto your website and was like, wonder if these are available. And you're using various stones. There was a pink stone, and then it had the hoop. Love that one. And
Oh.
then the turquoise ones, of course, were beautiful. But yeah, so you are selling out on your earrings too, aren't you?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Absolutely. I had to wear one today. I was like, oh, I love the coral. So I had to put this on. Oh, it's got a little bit of like a smaller hoop, which is kind of nice, but I love it. It's one of my favorites.
So now, are you making the hoops by twisting the wire? Are you actually making them?
Yes, absolutely. So it's just a square wire, and I twist the square wire. And it's a thicker gauge wire. So it's not as bendable.
Right.
Um, but I got this idea because I was going somewhere casual, and I just wanted something simple. But I had just like, I love good big earrings. But first I was like, I can't wear that. Like, that just doesn't work with my outfit. I had tennis shoes on and just a cute little top, and
Right.
I was like, no, I can't wear this. So dug into my jewelry box and I found some hoops. And I was like, I love these, but I'm like, it would be so much better if there was just a little bit of like a stone on there. And so I went into my shop or my little desk and I was like, I think I'm going to do this. So I ended up coming up with the hoop idea, and I I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that's a great design. That's one that's a classic and it's timeless, and you can do a lot with that. Even well, you have been though, haven't you?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There's
So
so many different ideas though that I've been wanting to do as well too, especially with earrings. So many different ideas, and I feel like I need the thing with me nowadays is that I have orders, and I love to do orders, and I'm thankful for orders because that's definitely what helps me out. But when I'm just doing multiple orders, I feel like it hinders me from my creativity,
yeah.
because I'm doing something that I've already done before, but I'm like, oh, I have so many different ideas. I'm like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. So sometimes it's like this past weekend, I had to take a step back and I had to just let my creativity flow with those butterflies that I did. So yeah,
They sold.
exactly.
I love it. Yeah, so I definitely could see how you can get stuck in just repetitive things, especially when you have
Right.
a piece like that, for sure.
Yeah. So sometimes I have to message my clients and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna take a little couple of days off of doing orders, and I need to exercise my creativity, you know.
Cool. So I have found with the need to wear a mask that it's hard for me to wear dangles. Like I just, anything that's dangly, it gets caught up in that mask. And so, yeah,
Yeah.
and you know, and then you don't wear lipstick because it gets on the,
Oh.
and it just goes on and on. So we've been altered.
Oh, I know. Everything you've got to adapt somehow, you know.
So how many creative pieces are you like envisioning over the next, say, I
Oh
don't know,
my goodness.
6 months?
I would, you know what? I with Swaya coming up, which I'm still crossing my fingers that there's going to be a market this year.
Everybody
Um,
does. Yeah.
um, so there's just so many different ideas. I mean, the butterflies that I've been making, I was wanting to do another like a butterfly concho belt. Um,
Oh,
and then with earrings, my goodness, like there's just so many different designs that I've been wanting to do that I haven't seen yet, that I'm like, I need to do that. So God, there's so many different ideas with rings and making things layered on top of one another without doing inlay. And it's exciting. It's exciting. So I'm excited to put it into play. And I was telling some of my clients, I said, I think I'm going to have to put a hold on orders starting in May, just so that I can start to not only exercise my creativity, but also to build up my inventory should we go forth with Indian market in August, you know?
yeah. Yeah, I think that a lot of people are just like, what's going to happen? Is it going to
Uh-huh.
happen? And, you know, at this point, we're in a waiting game, because New Mexico isn't open yet.
Right.
But, yeah. So we're definitely in the same place as the artists. So
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm tired of being cooped up. I'm tired of it. It's just like it's wearing on me. Let's get
Yeah.
some human interaction going on.
Oh my
So
goodness. Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
how's your family doing? Are they being creative?
Oh, my parents. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. They are definitely being creative. Actually, they just got their first vaccine shot, I believe 2 weeks ago. So they're looking forward to their next one, but they're definitely staying put in their shop and being creative. And that's the fun part of it, I think, is just knowing that you can go into a different element when you sit down and you relax and you just start to solder and see what comes of it, you know?
Right. Yes, totally. Yeah. So, other than that, I just wanted to know, how are you selling online? Are you getting some hit?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, actually, selling online. I'm not sure when we last talked, but I actually launched my website.
Okay.
And then I actually became an LLC as well. So those are two huge things that I feel like have launched me into where I'm at right now. But I do sell a lot of my jewelry through my website. I sell it through Facebook. A lot of it's through Facebook or Instagram, which is, my two biggest social medias, to help me out. And it's been, not only do I sell through it, but I also sell my parents' work as well too, um, because there's some wholesalers that are still buying, but not nearly as much as they used to. Um, so it's exciting to actually be able to put my parents' work on social media. It's
Yeah.
it's it's a good feeling for them.
That's cool. Well, and it's got to help you to get a collection base too, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right. Absolutely. It's a huge platform, and I love it because the I guess I'm getting better at also including my mom and educating her with social media and how to respond to people. how to invoice people, you know, so
Is
it's
she selling on Instagram?
she's on Instagram, but I don't think that she's savvy with it yet, as well as Facebook. So she's on both of them, but I don't think she knows how to comment to people or post anything, you know. So she's getting better. She's slowly getting into like invoicing her customers, you know. So they still make contact through me, and then I follow up with her. So I almost play like the middle person.
Yeah.
But she's, like I said, she's learning how to do everything.
That's awesome. I think it's awesome. I really am looking forward to where we're moving as an organization with the digital platform that we're getting ready to build. And I just
Yeah.
feel like for the future that that's just going to be an avenue that artists can sell year round and have
Yes.
content to support it and just,
Mhm.
activities. And so I'm excited about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's so interesting too, just to see how maybe not how other Native American artists do it, but just how other artists in general, you know, work through social media to help build not only their business, but also just build their brand, you know, and how they do it. It's actually really exciting.
Who are you impressed with when you?
Oh my goodness. You know who my favorite is right now? And I aspire to be is Naomi Glasses.
Okay.
I just think that she's amazing. I mean, she's so genuine. That is
Mhm.
one thing that I love about her, is that she's so genuine and she's not afraid to be who she is, you know, and she it's I love it. I love her work. She's talented. And she's smart. She is, what do you use the word? Like, she's just technologically, she knows how to work her social media to help build her brand, and I guess just educate people about who she is, you know, what she does. So that's definitely something that she inspires me to be better with my social media and to take different avenues. And you know, it's amazing following her.
Well, I love that because people have built their brand. Famous people even built their brand
Mhm.
in social media, and I mean, there's definitely a market for
Right.
Native American arts, and I think the challenge is that you got to be all things in your business, and curate
Mhm.
is one of them, right? You're actually curating.
Right. And I think that's like I said, it's my parents, you know, they've been doing this for over 45 years, and they never had that opportunity to do that. My sisters, I have two of my other sisters that do silversmithing as well. And I've helped them also get into working with social media and selling through social media as well too. And so the little things that I learn, I always share with them. And it's kind of fun because they're older than me, and they're also learning as well too. So it's like a learning curve for them. But um, yeah, it's been amazing learning how to build my own brand.
For older people, it's a love-hate relationship. They don't younger generation. The younger generation is like, oh, instead of a selfie, it's jewelry,
Right, right, right. It's so funny because I've wanted to join TikTok. I'm just not a TikTok person, and I don't know why. I don't spend too much time on social media if it doesn't involve my business. But so I was asking my daughter. She's 10 years old, and I'm like, how do I do this on TikTok? Like, how do I do that? And she went through it so fast with me that I was like, you're gonna have to slow down because I have no idea what you just did. So I think I have one video on TikTok and that's it. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
I got a question for you. So do you post your stuff on Pinterest?
You know what? I have a Pinterest account, but I haven't been keeping up with it. I haven't. I probably should, but I haven't posted on
You
Pinterest.
should really consider that, because one of the things that we are going to do is that's going to be like a major social media platform for us, because people can catch images and
Gotcha.
favorite,
Gotcha.
save it. Don't you see that as just being a very
Oh,
You-
absolutely. I need to, thank you for bringing that up, because I actually do need to start posting again on Pinterest, because I used to. And I did find some results from Pinterest as well too. So I need to get back on that.
Link it back to
Mhm.
what, probably your Instagram, or link it back to,
Yeah, most likely my Instagram.
that's the whole digital marketing and things that
Yeah.
we've got to figure out. That's a lot.
Well, that is pretty exciting though, if you guys are going to use Pinterest as like a platform for Flya.
Yeah, just linking it, like using it as links, and just trying to use the social medias in conjunction with our website to drive traffic and get people interested.
Right.
Because I think, Pinterest definitely has its own audience, right? I mean, it
Oh
definitely
yeah.
keeps people busy in reference to whatever it is. I feel like there's rabbit holes. You always get into
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Like, I didn't know there were so many red doors.
Gosh, absolutely. There's so many different things that you can explore on Pinterest. And like you said, it's just like a rabbit hole. Once you start looking, one thing, it jumps to another, and then another. And then before you know it, you're like an hour into your phone and you're like, what am I doing?
Totally. Well, one last question before we go, and that is, what advice would you have for your fellow artists in this moment in time, and what you've seen work for you?
Oh man. I would say, like I was talking about earlier, exercise your creativity, even though you have orders, just communicate with your clients, that, you're going to need that break, because I think that it's important to use that time to, exercise your creativity and just have fun. I think that sometimes we can get caught up in the home life and being stuck at home. And sometimes you just need to take a deep breath, go outside and get some fresh air, and then go back in and exercise your creativity again.
Yeah.
So that would definitely be one of the things that I'm learning now that I would like to share with other people.
Well, I am definitely one of your followers, and I really like your work. And so I can't wait if we can have an Indian market, and depending on what that looks like,
Mhm.
probably get to meet each other. So yay.
I know that would be amazing. I crossing my fingers, so Kim, crossing
Yeah.
my fingers.
Well, thank you so much, and have an
Thank
awesome
you.
day. And yes, and definitely tell your parents that I said hi.
I will definitely let them know. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.